Hi everybody, and welcome back to INTR 101 College Success Strategies. So today we're going to talk about one of my absolute favorite college success strategies, and that's connecting with resources across campus. So here's a long list of some of the resources available and the ones that we're going to go over today. Keep in mind there's a lot of different services available to students, usually 100% for free on campus. So this is just a section if you're curious in learning more about any of these that I mentioned, or if seeing some other resources, please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you find what you're looking for. So first, we'll start with one of the resources that most people are familiar with, and that's tutoring. So our Vandal Tutoring offers two kind of options for how you can access that support, and that's either by drop-in tutoring or appointment tutoring. So drop-in tutoring is available Monday through Thursday, 3 to 8 p.m., and our appointment tutoring is available Monday through Friday. So our tutoring offers support for a lot of 100 and 200 level courses, but we're also starting to work in some upper division courses as well. Now, if you're looking at the tutoring schedule and the drop-in availability doesn't match up with your schedule, that's okay. Please reach out to make an appointment because you can still meet with a tutor one-on-one at a time that works better for you and your schedule. Another great thing about tutoring is that it's an opportunity for a student job. So if you're feeling really confident in one of the courses that we offer tutoring in, you can always fill out an application to become a tutor for that course. If you'd like to learn more, please reach out to me and I'd be happy to help. Our next resource is SiPass, which are peer assisted study sessions. So what we do is we identify courses that are traditionally difficult, and what that means is that they have a high DF or W rate. Then we identify a student that did really well in the course, we send them back through it, and they give 3 study sessions per week for students currently enrolled in the class. So SiPass isn't available for every class, but it's available for those really challenging ones. And it's different than tutoring. So the SiPass leaders won't go over the homework or help you finish up those projects, but they're going to help you really understand the material better and get that firm understanding of concepts. If you've never been to an SiPass session before, I recommend checking out one of the pre-exam study sessions. This is when they're going to go over practice test problems, do a review of all of the material that's going to be on the course, and make sure that you're feeling prepared going into that test. Again, if you're looking for a great student job, SiPass may be a very good option. Keep in mind that we only support some classes, so keep an eye out for our application near the end of spring or middle of spring to see if you fit our needs. All right. Our next campus support resource is the Writing Center. So they provide one-on-one writing help for all of your classes. So you don't have to be in an English class to still utilize the Writing Center. Let's say you have an essay coming up for one of your poli-sci classes. You can get help from the start of that paper with the Writing Center. So they provide both synchronous and asynchronous support. So if you're looking to meet one-on-one with a person to kind of figure out where you want to take your essay, that would be the synchronous option. And if your schedule's super busy and you can't find a time that corresponds to the Writing Center hours, you can always submit your essay and get feedback sent back to you within 1 to 2 days. So keep in mind that the Writing Center offers more than just editing help. They can help you from the start of that paper. So if you want to get some help brainstorming ideas or developing an outline, the Writing Center is the perfect place to go. And again, it's another student job opportunity. Advising. So oftentimes we think about advising usually just around registration, but your advisor can help you with a lot more than just registering for classes. They can help you out by kind of diving into what degree option is the best for you and your career path. They can get you connected with a lot of different campus resources and help you find opportunities to do undergraduate research or projects like that in your field. So most programs have students meet with a professional advisor for their first year, and then they shift them over to a faculty advisor. However, if you still need some help navigating the system after you get a faculty advisor, you're always welcome to reach out to those professional advisors throughout the rest of your college career. Career Services is one of my absolute favorite campus resources. So they can help you with every step of the job and internship hunt. And that means figuring out what job you actually want to go for in life. So you can meet with your career advisor to discuss major and career exploration and see how you can take all of your interests and passions and match them with a job that you would find really enjoyable. Additionally, they can help with sort of the nitty-gritty stuff like actually finding job postings, writing your resume, cover letters, and CVs, and interview prep. So if you want to do a mock interview before the real thing, Career Services is the place to go. Each college has a dedicated career advisor, and what's great about that is those advisors are really familiar with the job process and like the interview process with those careers in that field. So they're going to be able to give you a lot of really tailored advice. Now, one of my favorite things about Career Services is their Once a Vandal, Always a Vandal pledge, which just means even after you've graduated and left the University of Idaho, you can still get help from Career Services. So let's say you graduate, get a cool job, and then 7 years down the line, you realize that you want to look for a new job, maybe in a different area or a different field. Well, you can call Career Services or connect with them online and meet with a career advisor still to get support even that many years later. So it's a really awesome service that they offer to all of the Vandals. Next, let's talk about the Center for Disability Access and Resources, or CDAR. So CDAR is in charge of providing and ensuring that accommodations are followed across campus. And what this means is that they provide equitable access to the University of Idaho programs for students with permanent or temporary disabilities. So if you had an IEP or anything like that when you were in high school and you're looking to get the same or similar support in college, CDAR is the office that you want to connect with. You can go online and fill out their application, which will get you in their system, and then they'll reach out and you can schedule an appointment to meet with one of the folks from CDAR. One thing to keep in mind, accommodations are incredibly common on campuses. So they can range from getting a little extra time to take your tests or taking them in a quiet environment, to having someone help make sure that you get all of the notes for the classes that you're taking. Like I said, it's super common. Additionally, they do offer temporary accommodations as well. So let's say you fall down in the snow right now and break your arm and aren't able to take notes. CDAR can make sure that there's a note taker in your classes and ensure that you still get all of that information. Additionally, CDAR, like some of the other offices that we've mentioned today, offer student positions. So the most common one are student note takers for CDAR. So they'll sit in on those classes, take really good notes, and send them back to CDAR so that they can get them to the students who need them. If you're interested in finding out more about that, check out CDAR's website. They have a link for all that information and the application. Alrighty, so now we're going to shift focus to some offices that provide a lot of community support and a lot of cultural growth across campus. So first off is the Office of Multicultural Affairs, or OMA. So OMA sponsors all sorts of cultural events across campus. They offer critical training for faculty, staff, and students when it comes to diversity and equity. They can also help advocate for students that are facing adversity on campus. So if you're in a really difficult situation where you're experiencing some bias from someone on campus, I highly recommend connecting with the Office of Multicultural Affairs. They can help with some of that. Most importantly is that OMA helps create a vibrant and more connected campus community. So one of the things that I really love about their office is that they're so welcoming and open to all students. And they have, in normal years, a really wonderful space where folks can come hang out, study, and just connect with other people on campus. Next is the Women's Center. The Women's Center, although the name may sound a little strange, is a place for all students. So they also sponsor many events across campus that are focused on culture and community. The staff of the Women's Center are also semi-confidential reporters, meaning They won't have to report a lot of really intense details about stuff that you bring to them. They just have to report general numbers. So if you're facing adversity or you're in a really difficult situation on campus and you're looking for someone to get some advice from, I highly recommend checking out the Women's Center. Additionally, they work with the Foods Not Bombs folks who are in Moscow and have a place for food drop-offs. So if you're ever looking to pick up some free food, check out the Women's Center. They post on their social media whenever they get a food drop-off. Next is the LGBTQA Office. And again, just like OMA and the Women's Center, they sponsor many events on campus, and they ensure that campus remains an open and welcoming place for all people. They are really big in advocacy as well for students, so they provide support for students that are dealing with difficult situations surrounding their sexual or gender identity. They were a big push to help allow students to identify by whatever name they choose on all of their university documents. So that's a really awesome service that they offer. Additionally, if students are feeling discriminated against on the basis of their sexual or gender identity, they can connect with the LGBTQA office to get support. Further, this office also provides a lot of really amazing training for faculty, staff, and students. So if you're curious about learning more, email them at lgbtoffice@uidaho.edu. Alrighty, so we're going to shift into some more like physical and mental health services. So first up is Vandal Health Ed. So Vandal Health Ed is a really amazing group on campus. They provide a lot of workshops and training for faculty, staff, and students. And these trainings are things like QPR, Green Dot, and mental health first aid, as well as some other ones throughout the year. They focus on connecting students with campus and community resources to better their health. And they also offer internship and job opportunities for students. So the Vandal Health Ed student ambassadors go around and do a lot of different presentations across campus. And it's a really amazing opportunity for students that are interested in pursuing careers either in healthcare or in healthcare communications. So you can reach out to them through their website to get more information. Next is the Center for Volunteerism and Social Action. So they organize and run the Vandal Food Pantry. They sponsor events centered around social action and community involvement. They help with voter registration and rides to the polls for elections. And what I think is the most fun thing that they do is they provide opportunities for students to travel for service trips through ASB, which stands for Alternative Service Break. So if you're interested in connecting with your community, and are really passionate about volunteerism and social action, I highly recommend connecting with this center. I went on 3 different ASB trips as an undergraduate student, and it was really meaningful. It was a lot of fun, and it was a really great opportunity to get out and help my community while also getting to take a really nice trip. So I highly recommend connecting with them. They also have different student positions available each year, so check out their website for more information. Next is the Department of Student Involvement. So this is your one-stop place to learn about clubs and organizations across campus. They have a whole directory of every campus sponsored club or organization. You have like all of the contact info of who to reach out to and if you're interested in joining those clubs. And their main focus is on building community across campus. The Department of Student Involvement also sponsors large events across campus, although obviously right now the number of those events is limited due to the pandemic. Alrighty, next up is Better Education About Money for Students, or BEAMS. And this is an office within the Financial Aid Office, and they provide advice to students around the subject of finances. So whether it's things like cash management, financial record keeping, budgeting, those sorts of things, or figuring out, how to make a major purchase or learning more about credit cards and managing debt, the BEAMS office is the place for you. So students can schedule a one-on-one appointment with the BEAMS staff, and they can also refer you to different community resources if their office isn't able to provide you with the support that you're looking for. They also have some really nice online tools. So if you want like quick info sheets about some big things in like finances, check out their website as well. All right, next is probably like one of my favorite offices, if not the favorite office on campus, which is the Counseling and Testing Center. So you may have heard of the CTC or have been referred to it by lots of different people, and there's a reason for it. It provides free counseling services for students, which is amazing because normally counseling is very, very expensive. So if you have the opportunity to get those services for free right now, I highly recommend it. I used the CTC for counseling when I was both an undergraduate and a graduate student, and it really, really helped enrich and just like motivate my life, and it helped me just feel a lot more in control of all of the stress that I had from being a student. So right now they're currently operating mostly over Zoom. The CTC can provide some psychiatric testing for students. Now, unfortunately, this is not a free service. However, it is usually at a lower cost than you would find at other places in the community, and they do accept SHIP and many other major insurances. So in the Counseling and Testing Center, there's also the testing part. And the CTC provides a variety of national testing, so they proctor those exams for you. So think about like the GRE, the MCAT, the LSAT, those sorts of tests are gonna be proctored by the CTC. Alrighty, and we'll finish up with the last kind of health-centered one, which is the Vandal Health Clinic. So this is the main healthcare clinic for students. Both walk-ins and appointments are accepted. However, it's highly encouraged to make an appointment just so you minimize the wait time that you have, especially right now during the pandemic. So this office works through Moscow Family Medicine, which is one of the main care providers in the Moscow community, but they do work with a variety of insurance providers, both SHIP and if you have like your own personal insurance, they're going to be able to help you out. So they have a clinic here on campus, and there's also one behind Walmart where you can also connect with healthcare providers there. Their hours are normal Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. and you can give them a call at 208-885-6693 to make an appointment. Alrighty, so this is only a brief tour of all of the different services that are available to you across campus, like I mentioned at the top. So if you're interested in learning more, or you want to figure out if maybe some other service is available that I didn't mention, please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you connect with those services across campus. But with that, I hope you all have a lovely day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.